You ever look at your dog and just wonder, like, what are they really seeing when they stare at you? It's a question that, honestly, gets right to the heart of our bond with them. So today, we're going to break down the science and see the world literally through their eyes.
It feels like it should be a simple question, right? But the answer is, well, it's absolutely fascinating. We tend to think they see the same world we do, just, from a lower angle. But the truth is, their vision has been sculpted by thousands of years of evolution for a totally different job. So here's the bottom line. Think of our vision like a state-of-the-art, high-definition camera. It's all about vibrant colors and super sharp detail. A dog's vision, that's more like a highly specialized, top-of-the-line motion detector, perfectly tuned for spotting a squirrel twitching at dusk. It's not about being better or worse, it's just a different tool for a different job. Let's really dig into what that means. Okay, so first up, let's tackle the big three: color, clarity, and motion. And trust me, this is where we're gonna bust some of the biggest myths you've probably heard about how dogs see.
All right, let's get the biggest one out of the way right now. Dogs do not see in black and white. That's a total myth. They absolutely see color, just not like we do. Picture this. You throw a bright red ball on a lush green lawn. To you, it pops. To your dog, it's more like a muddy brownish yellow blob on a slightly different shade of muddy brownish yellow. Why? Well, we have 3 types of color detecting cone cells in our eyes. Dogs only have 2. That makes them dichromatic, and it's exactly why that favorite red toy of theirs seems to vanish in the grass.
So, color's one thing, but what about clarity? This is gonna blow your mind. If you have perfect 20/20 vision, the average dog has something closer to 20/75. Yeah, that means their world is just naturally a whole lot blurrier than ours. They don't have that crisp, sharp focus we just take for granted. So what does 20/75 actually mean in the real world? Okay, check this out. An object that you can see perfectly clearly from 75 feet away. Your dog needs to be just 20 feet away to see that same level of detail. Suddenly, so many things make sense, right? Like, this is why your dog might bark at you from way across the park. They're not recognizing your face yet. They're recognizing the way you walk, your unique movement, long before you come into focus.
But here's the trade-off. What they lose in clarity, they gain in a straight-up superpower: motion detection. It's all thanks to something called a higher flicker fusion frequency. Now, that sounds complicated, but all it really means is they see the world in a higher frame rate than we do. You know how a movie looks smooth? Well, to them, our TVs might look more like a flickery strobe light. It's this insane sensitivity to movement, a leftover from their hunting days, that lets them spot the tiniest, teeniest twitch of a rabbit in the bushes.
And this motion detection superpower is most powerful right at dawn and dusk. Prime hunting time for their ancestors. But to be a really effective hunter in low light, you need one more thing. And yeah, you guessed it, they evolved another superpower: incredible night vision.
So, what's their secret? It's a piece of biological hardware we humans simply don't have. It's called the tapetum lucidum. The easiest way to think about it is like a built-in mirror, a special layer of reflective tissue that sits right behind their retina.
The American Kennel Club puts it perfectly. This little internal mirror gives the retina a second chance to capture light. So any light that comes into the eye gets bounced right back through the photoreceptors. It basically recycles the light, which massively boosts their ability to see in the dark.
And you know what? This internal mirror is also the answer to a question you've probably asked a million times. Why do their eyes glow like that in photos?
Yep, that spooky glow, that eye shine, is literally the camera's flash hitting that mirrored layer, the tapetum lucidum, and reflecting right back at you. And the color of that glow, whether it's green or blue or yellow, that just depends on the specific minerals making up that layer in your particular pup.
Okay, so their vision is great for spotting squirrels and not bumping into things at night. But that's not the whole story. Not even close. Their vision is also a supercritical tool for their most important job: being our companions. Think about it. Over thousands of years of living side by side with humans, their vision has evolved to become amazing at reading us. We don't have tails to wag or ears that pivot to show how we're feeling, so they had to become absolute masters at reading the one part of us that's constantly giving off signals: our faces.
And the science on this is just wow. For starters, studies show they can easily tell the difference between a happy human face and an angry one. Get this, they even have a dedicated region in their brain just for processing faces.
Ever seen your dog start licking their lips when you look upset? That's not random. That's a direct visual response, a little signal to say, hey, everything cool? And what about the classic puppy dog eyes? Well, it turns out they're not just doing it all the time. They do it way more when they know for a fact that you're looking at them. How smart is that?
So, let's put all these pieces together. We've got a muted color world, a kind of blurry focus, superhero night vision, and this incredible ability to read our faces. What does it all add up to? And more importantly, why does any of this matter in our day-to-day lives with them? Well, seeing it all side by side like this really drives it home. Where we see a world filled with sharp, colorful details, they see a world defined by movement and shapes in the shadows. You could say our vision is built for analysis, while theirs is built for action and for connection. So in the end, it's so important to remember their vision isn't a worse version of ours. It's a finely tuned instrument for a completely different kind of life. It's perfectly designed for an animal that was once a hunter at dusk and dawn and who then evolved to become our best friend. It's built to catch the slightest flicker of movement in the twilight and to read the tiniest shift of emotion on our faces. And knowing all this, it kind of changes everything, doesn't it? It helps you appreciate just how amazing their adaptations are and the completely unique way they experience living right alongside us. So it leaves us with one last thought. The next time you look into those big, soulful eyes, remember, you're not just seeing your own reflection. You're seeing an entirely different world looking right back at you.